Hello everyone. Welcome to the session of Hadoop Core Components Part 1. Now that we know what Hadoop is, we can explore the core components of Hadoop. Let us understand what the core components of Hadoop are. While setting up a Hadoop cluster, you have an option of choosing a lot of services as part of your Hadoop platform. But there are two services which are always mandatory for setting up Hadoop cluster. One is HDFS, which is storage, and other is YARN, which deals with processing. HDFS stands for Hadoop Distributed File System, which is a scalable storage unit of Hadoop, whereas YARN is used to process the data that is stored in the HDFS in a distributed and parallel fashion. In HDFS, we have name node, data node, and secondary name node. So basically, name node is master node, which contains metadata of HDFS. Data node is slave node. All your data is stored in data node. Apart from these two daemons, there is a third daemon or process called secondary name node. The secondary name node works concurrently with the primary name node as a helper daemon. On other side in YARN, we have resource manager and node manager. Resource manager is again a main node in the processing department. It receives the processing request and then passes the paths of the request to the corresponding node manager. What is node manager? It is where the actual processing takes place. So, HDFS has two core components, name node and data node, and YARN has two core components, resource manager and node manager. Node manager are installed on every data node. It is responsible for execution of tasks on every single data node. Node managers are installed on every machine at which data node is deployed. Okay, so let us go ahead with HDFS first. Apache HDFS or Hadoop Distributed File System is a block structured file system where each file is divided into blocks of a predetermined size. These blocks are stored across a cluster of one or several machines. Apache Hadoop HDFS architecture follows a master-slave architecture where a cluster comprises of a single name node, that is the master node, and all the other nodes are data nodes, which are slave nodes. HDFS can be deployed on a broad spectrum of machines that support Java. Though one can run several data nodes on a single machine, but in the practical world, these data nodes are spread across various machines. Name node is the master node in Apache Hadoop HDFS architecture that maintains and manages the blocks present on the data nodes. Name node is a very highly available server that manages the file system namespace and controls access to the files by clients. We will be discussing this high availability feature of Apache Hadoop HDFS later on in the next later on sessions. The HDFS architecture is built in such a way that the user data never resides on the name node. The data resides on data node only. So, from this image, we can see that Lamborghini is presented for name node. Why? Because Name node is the master node in Apache Hadoop HDFS architecture that maintains and manages the blocks present on the data nodes. Highly trusted machine. And taxi is represented for data nodes because they are the slave nodes which are deployed on each machine and provide the actual storage. And they are responsible for serving read and write requests for the clients. So, that's all with Hadoop Core Components Part 1. Thank you.